Evening, everybody. It's 5:47 on Monday the 2nd, and it was a very interesting day. But as an aside, if I have to listen one more time to the ad that they put on CNBC with Warren Buffett and his folksy bullshit, and Charlie Munger telling me about how cryptocurrencies are evil and stupid, I'm going to have to switch to Fox or Bloomberg, I guess. Unbelievable. And they only played it about 48 times today. Okay, chart on the screen is the oil, and I'm showing you this because it pretty much um, was a pretty good indication of what the day looked like. Down into support again with a low of 100 spot 28, and we've discussed this 100 being a major area, and then closing up on the day. That's pretty much what happened in the rest of the market. The Dow, in case you didn't know it, was down about 500 before it started a rally in the last half hour to a half hour, and it actually finished up 84 and change. Only a quarter of a percent, but after down, 1.75%, that's pretty decent. The advanced declines were still a little bit negative, 8 to 7 down. On the NASDAQ, we were down all morning. We rallied up a couple of times during the day and then moved back to the lows of the day yet again. And that was really where the biggest part of the rally was focused. It finished up 201.38, and that was 1.63, and that was the big winner for the day. It was about 1.4 to 1 to the upside advance declines. This is after we had a miss on ISM, a miss on construction spending, and a miss on PMI. So kind of interesting that all the bad news and the discussions of how much I can't remember the name of Ferguson, the ex FOMC member, talking about 550-point raises. Personally, I'd rather see him raise 100 points so that the their activity could catch up to the bond market, which is already there. S&P up 23 and a half a percent, up 1% on the Russell, 1881, and the transports were up 45.65 or 0.31. The interesting thing today was the VIX, which spiked to a high of 36.64, so almost 37. I was kind of looking for 38.39, but it did close down on the day, although pretty elevated at 32.34, down only 106. The gold was terrible today. I can't even begin to imagine what the point of the sell-off in the gold and the silver are, because interest rates are basically where they've been. But we did get down to 1850, 1853. And we closed 1863. So they closed down 48.10, and it was actually $10 lower. But we are running right into both this uptrend line and both the this is the weekly, so both the 50 and 100 week MAs. Let's take a look at the daily because I think that'll show the area. Yeah, see, this is the area that we broke out from, and 1850 is right here on the daily. That's well below everything except the 200-day MA and that long-term uptrend line that I just showed you. Bitcoin, quiet day, up 255. The dollar up again. Didn't break out, I don't think. Let me just take a look, because the high, I think, was 103.96 the other day, and today we were 103.77 and a half. So we closed all the way up near the high, but we did not break through the last couple of days. So we'll see whether that holds or not. The bonds were again down 1 5/8, so pretty ugly. Okay, after the close, we had Chegg. This is the school book, online and hard copy, for a lot of home studies. The stock had closed 24.98, up 24 cents when they reported a horrendous beat. Now you have to remember, a little over a year ago, this was a $115 stock. So down here at 24, it looked pretty ugly. It looks even uglier at 17.45, down 7.29 or 30%. Clorox also a miss. Of course, they blame inflation and supply chain and everything else under the sun. It's trading 140.26. That's down 321 or 2.7%. And it actually got down to 133.84. So there was a little bit of a bounce in it. And one that I've been mentioning in the mornings and a couple of the afternoons, Redbox. I have no clue why anybody would be interested in this, but clearly they are. The stock is up in the last 2.5 weeks from $1.93. It traded $11 today and closed at $8.47, up $2.49 or 42%. They call it a home entertainment company. This is the $1, I think it's still a dollar, Redbox DVD rental in your grocery store. And there has been no news about the company. There was speculation today that the run up is caused by the fact that they had 50 million in a line of credit that they exercised against. They took it down, so maybe they have some kind of plans for it. Tomorrow we have the JOLTS, job openings. We have factory orders. And Wednesday we have FOMC, as everybody has remembered. Friday, nobody's been talking about this, but Friday is the employment numbers. So this is a week chock full of stuff. And so basically the only way to trade it is really on the fundamentals. And let me show you what that NASDAQ looked like today. It broke down through these lows at 12,800, got all the way down here to 12,709, and then closed at the high of the day and up on the day. As you can see, it's still below the falling 5-day moving average. This is the 20. All of the moving averages have rolled over. I just want to see what it looked like on an intraday chart. So this goes May 2nd. So this is overnight last night. So we were down here. We rallied back up. This is late last night, still last night, and then this morning. And this morning it sold off hard, and then it opened in here, came down, rallied up to a high, came down right to that same area, tried to the upside again at 13,000, collapsed down to 12.7, and then at the close, this is the last hour. I'm going to say this is an hour. Let's see. 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, 2:45, we were down around 12,950, and we rallied up to 13,000, just under 13,100, and closed 13,051. All right, everyone, have a good evening. I'll be back in the morning.